back with issue 59. This is a really cool issue because it comes with the fan.
The Torn Blower.
And we're going to finish up the bulkhead. Let's get started.
Nice. Well done. So, you're going to take your bulkhead and step 1, pass part 59A under the large pipe on the right side of the flux capacitor box and push it into place in the upper bulkhead 57A as shown. And that is a hydroflow hose. And it looks a little bendy, but it was that way in the A car. It kind of bends through the Canon connector.
You have the tweezers, please.
Tweezers.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So it goes in that little square hole. And where does the other end go? It just hangs free?
Yep, for now.
Nice, so it pops in there so that you know it's in. Okay. Step 2, push one of the brackets, 59E, onto the cable, or onto cable 59D, pushing it along about 3 centimeters.
Which one, small one or big one?
Well, it says 59E, so...
The big one, right?
Yeah, the big one. 59D, the big one. Okay, so you want to put the cable connector, okay? And these are miniature P-clamps. So they're going to go underneath the SID, I imagine, on the bulkhead. So it's 3 centimeters. You know what 3 centimeters is?
About that?
Yeah, sure. I'm not sure what, I mean, who knows? I'm sure we'll have an opportunity to line them up because I know where they go in relation to the SID. Okay, so step 3, push the other bracket onto the end and slide it up also. But that one goes on the end and it actually doesn't slide up, does it? Okay, so step 3, push the other bracket 59E onto the end of the cable 59D.
There we go.
And I'll give you a clue. They go where those 2 bolts are that are underneath the SID. So if you line them up, it'll go the other way, but if you line them up, then they'll be in the right place. Okay? All right. Step 4, push the 2 posts on brackets 59E into the bulkhead in the holes shown to hold cable 59D in place under the light board, also known as the SID.
I think we might need super glue.
Really? Why?
Because
they don't want to stay?
They don't want to stay.
It looks like it's staying.
It doesn't want to.
It's fine. It's in good. I'm not opposed to using super glue when we need to. I think that we should hit these 2 little cables with a dot of super glue, but I don't think we should use it unless we absolutely need to.
Okay. There we go.
Looks good, dude. Good job.
Thanks.
Very legit. Purple P-clamps. Pretty rare. Okay, now one of my favorite pieces on the entire car is the Torn blower. I just love the way that thing is shaped. Okay, step 5. Push cable 59C into part 59B as shown.
What is it, Copernicus?
Alright, you got it? Hold the whole thing. So I can turn the page. Okay, step 6 is to place it onto the bulkhead like you did, and step 7 is to secure it with 2 AP screws from the back. Alright, AP almost perfect. There you go.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You got it? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. I can tell you one interesting story about the Torin blowers. Mm-hmm. Is that they were originally found at a place called C&H Surplus in Pasadena, and there was a limited supply of them, and there were some people in the community that were, you know, selling them, and one day they were all gone, and everybody was like, where'd they go? So it turns out that a diver, like a scuba diver, had converted one of these Torin blowers into a scuba suit drying rack using PVC pipes and everything with the dual blowers. And so the diving community bought them up, right? Mm-hmm. And I actually was able to reach out to the diving community, and I found a guy who had purchased one, and he intended on building a drying rack for his scuba suit, but he never did. And he sold it to me for, you know, a few bucks, and that's how I got my Torin blower for my time machine. But if it weren't for that, you know, it would have been pretty tricky to get one, since the supply of them, when it was gone, they were erased from existence. Okay, so step 8, push cable 59C into the bulkhead in the position shown. And that would be 59C. Okay, so here's what I think happened. You plugged this one in, but it was supposed to be this one. Like it didn't tell you to put the other end of this in here. It was this one, okay? An easy mistake. So instead of putting the short one in the Torin blower, you put the long one in. The long one goes in the other end, and the other end goes in the hole underneath the flux capacitor. Do you need to take the Torin blower off again? No. You can do it? Okay. Of course you can. I just had a thought. Mm-hmm. We put in already the battery compartment, right? Mm-hmm. And we just installed the chip.
Yeah.
And we're installing lights. And we're going to plug them in. I'm just going to go with, couldn't we turn it on? Like it should work.
Yeah.
We're going to try it after this.
Which one does it go on?
Yeah, it does just like what you said, what you did, okay? All right, so then the other hose goes on the other end of the Torin blower. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right, right on. So step 10, push the two ends of wire 59F into the back of the bulkhead and bend the wire through the posts as shown. So these would be the green LEDs, and they're going to go behind the SID, and plug them in, bend the wires over, and pass it through the channel 59F. Using one of these wire clamps that you are very familiar with. And again, I gotta be honest, I had higher hopes for the SID. I think there are a lot of ways that it could be done. I'm sure that the building community will come up with a epic alternative.
Yes.
And hopefully they'll send you one. You guys should send him one. Whatever you make. So make it a good one. Okay.
Can I have a screw, please?
You may. What kind of screw do you need? AP. There you go.
Thank you.
You got it.
Can you place your finger right there?
Sure, you want me to hold it? Right there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Step 12, push cable 49H into the bulkhead as shown. Okay?
Oh. Need this.
Okay. So we get the cabin back.
Looks amazing.
It does. It does look
heavy.
amazing.
There's that word again, heavy. Why are things so heavy in the future? Is there a problem with the Earth's gravitational pull? What?
Cool. Is it on there good?
Mm-hmm.
These are the kind of things where, you know, I think a little touch of super glue just on the end to keep them from popping off and making you lose your mind are a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessary, but I also think it's not necessary to lose your mind every time you touch it. Okay. So then, make sure cable 49H goes into the bulkhead as shown. 49H is not a cable from this issue, okay? So
Well,
we're gonna have to figure out which
this one.
is it. Yes. Is there another peg?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. So that one black hose, I was kind of wondering where it was gonna go on the other end, and now we know. There's always an answer to
Can you
every
hold this
question.
back
Of
like
course.
this?
Absolutely. Yeah, give you better access.
Can you just get it forward a little?
Yeah, I did already. It's as forward as it's gonna go. Maybe you gotta pull this hose a little from the other side. What do you think? How much is back there?
You can keep pulling.
Well, it's kind of tight.
Okay, that's
Okay.
good.
And I don't want to break it or stretch it. So if it fits, let's plug it in and move on. You got it?
Not yet. Now I do.
Good job. And so I'll be careful not to pull on it, so that it doesn't pop off, because that's how you lose your mind. Okay. Is it still on?
Yeah, it's still on.
Okay. What are you doing over there? I can't see.
There's just this thing is
Did you plug it in?
no.
Okay, well, I think that you need to do that.
Here we go. It's plugged in.
You get it?
Yep.
You know, it's interesting. I just read through the instructions, and while I know that it's kind of obvious that you're supposed to plug it in, there is actually no mention of that. So I'd say they skipped one step, and that is to tell you to plug the other end of this hydroflow hose into the hole that they have for it on the shelf box. There's no instruction for that, but don't forget to do that. Otherwise it will just dangle. And that's 4 FP screws to connect the bulkhead. Here. Got the whole thing sandwiched pretty good. But warn me if you're gonna push real hard, okay?
Mm-hmm. I'm pushing really hard.
Yes, I can see that. Ah, okay, stop. I can't give you the resistance that you need without breaking something, okay? All right, get the other ones in there, and then I'll help you tighten them. Okay, here. This is a better head. Better?
Yep.
That's the thing. The right tool for the right job makes all the difference. You can sit there and struggle all day, or you can just get the right tool and shoot it in. Cool, man. Honestly, uh-oh, we got a hose casualty. What do you think? Can you fix it, Doctor?
Fixed it.
Nice. Okay. So let's leave that one alone. Put the seat back. And move on. Okay? So, step 15, push pipe 53B into the hole in the bulkhead next to the passenger seat. Okay?
And screw it in.
And screw it in, exactly, with an FP screw.
That's this.
Yep, last FP screw. So, of course, we have about 200 extras from all the other issues. Okay. Nice. Okay. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see what we got now. Step 17. It looks like we're back to the brain, the electronics. They want you to plug in cable marked 16 into the corresponding 16 socket. Okay? Let me hold this up.
This please.
This is so cool.
That's what I thought.
It's like you want to keep playing with it, but also you don't want to touch anything. Because you don't want to wreck all the work that you've put into this. So we'll build you a glass box, and so you can see it, but nobody can mess with it. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want a toy time machine, you get a toy time machine. If you want a legit model, you know, collectible, then this is what you need.
Let me guess next. Plug in
Okay.
15.
Are you psychic?
No.
Are you my sidekick? Am I your sidekick? Okay, yeah. Plug in 15. And step 19, you finally get to plug in that the wide one with the ribbon cable. Push the connector at the end of the multicolored lead, 43A, into the large socket on the circuit board, aligning the letters R and F. I'm going to guess that means rear and front. Because it's not right and freft. Okay, is it done? Oh my goodness, let's see where we are. You got to be getting close to the end. Not yet. Step 20. Oh, now they want you to plug in the hydroflow hose into the box, but you've already done that. So you're a step ahead. Step 22, here we go. Now what we're gonna do, let's turn this around. Now we are going to plug all of those wires that had fittings into the black bulkhead boxes, okay? So step 1 would be find them and make sure you don't pull any of the other stuff out, okay? We might have to feed those through.
Yeah.
Let me help you with this because it's important not to. We'll scoot the seat forward. Let's do this in a surgical manner. Which is kind of shitty because I'm telling you, they said to go under those wires. And I thought at the time that that didn't look right, and now I know that it isn't. One, hold that, please. Okay. 2, hold that, please. We gotta feed these hoses with the fittings out from under the wires that went to the junction.
Mounting
This is the whole thing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. All right.
It'll be disappointing if this one takes out one wire.
Okay, it didn't though. We're good. All right. Okay.
That's such a relief.
Yes. You're gonna start with the bottom one. Push pipe 49D into the socket. Okay. Into the bottom hole. Okay, pop it in there. That's step 21. Push pipe 49D into socket 57I next to the flux capacitor in the black dash. In the black bulkhead box. I'm sure it snaps in. Make sure it goes straight. Okay. You got it?
Got it.
Good for you. It's always better if you accomplish something on your own. But I'm here to get your back. Step 22, push the 2 cables 49C into socket 57I. So that's the 2 smaller ones in the 2 sides. Very nice. And then the top one with all the multicolored wires goes in the top. Okay. Now, they're in the right place, but they don't look right yet, okay? Because these things need to go a little bit more down and get kind of tucked in beside the seat a little bit more. And we can work on that using some photo reference to tidy this up, but for the most part, it's in the right place. And we'll just clean it up a little bit later, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I'm gonna guess that you do the same thing, but over here on this black bulkhead box. Here. Okay? So then on this one, the big black hose goes on the bottom. And step 25, push the middle, push cable 53F into the middle hole of socket 57J. That's the multicolored wires with the larger fitting. And then the two remaining small black cable with the smaller fittings go in the two top holes. Perfect. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
That actually looks pretty good. And but we'll tighten up all the cables a little bit later too. We'll go print out some reference, and you can do it, and then you can make them look as close to the ACAR as you possibly can, and I'm sure it won't be too difficult. Okay, step 27. Whew, 27 steps. Okay, so we're back at the electronics again, okay? And you want to put in 19 into socket 19.
There's no 19.
So what it doesn't say is put this back in the car. Okay, well, I mean, I'm looking here, and here's 19, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what officially throws us into the color versus number issue from issue 38 and 39. I'm going to take a break for a second. Figure this out. Pretty sure we figured out a solution, and that is that, you know, we just switched the numbers for the wires that were interchangeable. There were two color choices for each length of wire, and so there can really be only one solution. So the first thing is, since we went with colors, we're gonna have to switch the numbers now. So switch 9 and 19. So it's asking Joey to plug 19 cable into socket 19, but we're gonna plug cable 9 into socket 19. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to plug 19 into 9 now.
Yep.
And then they want you to plug in 22. 22 just goes into 22, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And look, if we don't get this right, it's not the end of the world. We can unplug them and swap them around. If we push on the brake and the headlights go on or something wonky, it's not the end of the world. So 23 into 23, so you're going to do 23,
There.
6, 8, 10, 11, and 12. Okay? And the last cable is marked plus and minus.
There we go.
Okay, you want to plug the plus on the plus side and the minus on the minus side, okay?
There we go.
Okay, now make sure all these cables are out of the way. Okay, Step 38, gather together all the unused cables and keep them clear. Step 39, fit the end of the steering column into the hole in the steering rack, which I will do on this side. Okay, so it's in there. Okay. Step 40, fix the floor in place with 2 DM screws in the holes shown. Before you do that though, make sure you've got all your cables clear. Are they? Mm-hmm. And everything's sitting proper? Because this is your last chance.
It's not on the right place. It's not sitting right.
Well, wow, that is heavy. Let's see. Well, it's close, man. Make sure. Yep, all right.
Now on the other side.
Okay. Now that one should be all you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go with your DM screw. Good job. This thing's a beast. All right. Two DM screws. So you want to do front and back. There's another one here and another one here. Okay? You see it?
Yep.
Okay, good. And then the two.
And the other screw?
Mm-hmm. And you'll need one more. Got it?
Yep.
Okay, last one. Right back there. And then the last two screws for this issue are BM screws. And what you want to do, it goes up here. This, keep the steering column in place with bracket 59H, fixed with 2 BM screws, with the wires over the bracket as shown. Alright. So put that bracket in place. Make sure the steering wheel, hold on, let me make 100% sure that the steering, column is in the steering column hole. Put the bracket on, and you see how the wires are supposed to be on top of the bracket, right? Yeah, I can't see from this angle, but I assume you're doing it right. You got the wire going over the bracket? Mm-hmm. Okay. And I'm sure that's so that you don't pinch the wire when you tighten that down, okay? Second screw, same as the first. Is it in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you think of the model so far, Joey?
It's amazing.
Yeah? Some of the...
So heavy.
Looks like we knocked out some of the engine hoses. So you need to fix those. Okay, perfect. And with that, you are done, dude, with issue 59. I can't believe how far you've come since the beginning. And I can't wait to finally start assembling, you know, some of the exterior parts onto the time machine. I would say it's getting real, but it got real a long time ago. Did you think that when you started this model that it would be this hard?
I thought it was going to be harder.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Good for you. Yeah, it's pretty complicated though, right?
Yeah.
But it's not impossible, right? Well, dude, congratulations. That's issue and episode 59 in the future.
Pass.
Yeah, I have no concept of time.